Hey everybody, good afternoon. I am sorry that I've been off of here for the past couple days, but I'm excited to be back on here today, and I'm really excited about what God showed me today because He's speaking to me through this in a really big way, and I'm just so thankful that I get the opportunity to share it with you guys too. So today we are on day 29 of Limitless, on page 54, and what we're actually talking about is Psalms 139:14. It says, "I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well." I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I read a book, and I wish to this day that I could remember what the book was, but I read where you'll never be able to see yourself. The only way that you can see yourself is a reflection or through other people's eyes and what they say. So I'll never be able to see myself ever other than a reflection of what other people see in me and tell me. That's the only way we'll ever be able to see ourselves. And that's mind-blowing to me, because how many times do we see ourselves in a negative way? We see ourselves in a way that's not uplifting, or it's just super discouraging. We do not believe in ourselves. And yet, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of times when people say things about us that are not positive. They're negative, they bring us down. But how many times do people say things about us and uplift us, and yet we don't believe them? I know for me, sometimes I struggle to believe the good things that people say about me. Well, no, I'm not good enough, or I'm whatever, fill in the blank. But I want to talk to you guys about a couple verses, and it's Psalms 139:17-18. It says, "How precious also are thy thoughts unto me, O God! How great is the sum of them! If I should count them, they are more in number than the sand. When I'm awake, I'm still with thee." I had a friend recently give me a jar of glass. You guys have heard of like the glass beaches, like the broken glass beaches and stuff. And it's a jar full of, I'll show it to you guys. It's a jar full of broken shards of glass and sand. And the cool thing is God just showed me what He wanted me to tell you guys, because I've been staring at this for a while now and I haven't figured it out. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a lot of broken glass in here. There's a lot of shards of glass, but if you can tell, there's a bunch of sand in there, a whole lot of sand. And the cool thing is I could dump this out right now, and I could pull out every single piece of broken glass. I could pull out the shards of glass, and I could count them. But what I couldn't count is the sand. Even this sand that's stuck up on top, or in the bottom of this glass right now. I can't count the little bitty tiny things of sand. And this verse says, Psalms 139:17-18. How precious also are thy thoughts unto me, O God! How great is the sum of them! If I should count them, they are more in number than sand. When I awake, I am still with thee. Guys, God thinks about you more than the sand. They are more in number than the sand. I can't count these pieces of sand at all. Even if I tried to like just get a pinch of the sand, I wouldn't be able to count it. How many times do we think of ourselves in a negative way because of the reflection of what others think of us? You see all these broken shards of glass? Could be all the negative things that people have said about you. You can count them, but they're in no comparison to how many pieces of sand are in this bottle. And this is just the bottle. This doesn't mean the sand all over the world. How many times do we focus on the broken shards of glass and what other people have said about us and the negativeness, then we focus on the hundreds and thousands and millions and billions and trillions of thoughts that God thinks about us. And not only thinks about us, but what He says about us in His Word. Because I list in this devotional multiple verses. I'm going to read this one. John 15:16. Ye have not, this is Jesus speaking, ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and ordained you, that ye should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of your Father in my name, He may give it to you, may give it you. These things I command you, that ye love one another. God chose us. And if we're born again believers, we are conquerors through Him, which is Romans 8:37. We're a new creator. We're a new creature. We're a new creature. 2 Corinthians 5:17. If we are born again believers, we are His sons and daughters, which is 2 Corinthians 6:18. But here's the thing, guys. When no one else in the world chooses you, when your friends, or maybe in a relationship, or maybe even a spouse, when your family and friends don't choose you, God does. God chooses you. And He wants to have a personal relationship with you. And He thinks about you more than the sand. It says, again, how precious are thy thoughts unto me, O God. How great is the sum of them. If I should count them, they are more in number than the sand. When I awake, I am still with you. They are more in number than the sand. His thoughts about me are more in number than the sand. And yet, so many times I still choose the broken glass. I still choose what others determine to say about me. Yet, I'll never be able to see myself. But I can see myself through God's eyes. And He calls me His daughter. He calls me chosen. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of Jesus Christ. In the image of God, who's sovereign. And today, I choose to hold on to His truths. Not the broken glass, but to the sand. To the thoughts that are more than the sand. And today I pray that you too hold on to that. That the reflection that you see yourself is in the eyes of God and not in the eyes of others who may or may not know you or may not choose you, because God loves you and He has chosen you and He wants you to be His son and daughter. He wants a personal relationship with you. And today, I pray that you choose that. I love you guys, and I'm so thankful that you're listening. And I pray that God speaks to your heart today, and that He encourages you the way He's encouraged me today through His Word. I love you guys so much, and I'm praying for each and every one of you. Thank you for joining today. Bye, guys.